Victim. A person, animal, or thing that is injured, killed, or destroyed as a result of carelessness, crime, or misfortune. 2. Figuratively, a person who is fooled or tricked. The victim of a hoax. The victim of a practical joke. The victim of a conspiracy. Spectator. A person who watches, especially a game or a show. Audience. A group of people who have gathered together to hear or watch. Excursion. A short journey, especially one taken by a group of people together for pleasure. 2. A short journey made for a particular purpose. Now, imagine you are a spectator being turned into a victim during an excursion to be part of an audience of a performance which is a simulation of a kidnapping. In theatre, the performers may also be victims. However, spectators are only observers and should always be acted upon. In terrorism, victims are performers and spectators. It's a double feature. In terrorism, if you are a victim, you should feel frightened. But if you are a spectator, you should think, it's happening there, not here. It's happening there, not here. It's happening there, not here. Yes, it's the famous fourth wall complex. And for those of you not acquainted with this complex, it's the infantile belief that although you can see me, I cannot see you. In order to fulfill the objectives of this evening, and just for a little while, we'd like to change the natural order of things. Tonight, we propose to you massive intimidation. The experience should be stressful and gradually generate feelings of total helplessness and powerlessness in the victims. But don't worry too much. You should never forget that before you are victims, you are an audience. And if anyone should threaten to kill you, just remember, it's probably a lie. For your personal safety, do not try and escape. Do not throw yourselves out of the bus while it's moving. Do not try and wrestle the kidnapper to the ground. Do not play the hero. Do not act in the mistaken belief that you are a movie star. I repeat, for a spectator to become a victim, he or she needs to say to themselves, this is really happening. This is really happening. This is really happening. And nod the head once in a while as if saying yes. How are the best victims chosen, you may wonder? Victims can be chosen selectively or at random. In randomized terrorism, victims are chosen indiscriminately, a method guaranteed to instill maximum fear in the public. It could be you. We have chosen spectators to be victims because it is in itself a process of self-selection. It's a huge advantage to us that you are both spectators and victims. Therefore, in your role as victims, you should never rise against the terrorists. You should realize you face the possibility of imminent death. The behavior of victims is never criticized or judged, exactly because loss of emotional control is frequent and expected. You should find yourselves unable to master the necessary physical and mental resources to rise against anything. However, as spectators, you should accept everything with a certain passivity, a certain objectivity. Remember, you should have no emotional involvement with what is being presented. You do not identify with anyone. You remain in a state of constant reflection, keeping the necessary distance from the object in order to best analyze it. Although these two extreme behaviors of victims and spectators are apparently contradictory, we kindly ask you to perform your roles tonight as best you can. Thank you for listening and traveling with us, and we wish you a clear and pleasant danger.